Hey everyone! This video is going to be about the Vanderbilt housing experience. But more specifically, it's going to be the Vanderbilt freshman housing experience, which is what I assume you're looking for because you'll get to know about the upperclassmen dorms when you're there. The housing is one of the major parts of the college experience, and I'm sure you're dying to know what it feels like in Vanderbilt. There are 10 of them, and I'll be going through each and every one of them. I'll be giving each house a letter grade. I'll be grading them each on location, their common room, and cleanliness. Also, this grading criteria is all subjective and my opinion. So without further ado, let's go to... Starting off strong with Murray. The rooms are nice, the common rooms are good. Everyone who lived here has nothing bad to say about it. I must say though, this house has objectively the worst location. I don't think there's any arguing needed here. This is where Murray is, and this is Vandy. Yeah. Anyway, having your location being your worst characteristic is a good thing. And hey, you got an A- from me. Not bad at all. Alright then, let's go to... Another great house. Crawford has overall great stats along the board. And again, the location being the lowest part of the house is a good thing. You know, one thing I like about this house is the fact that their entrance floor isn't the basement, giving the basement more space to be cool and having more time to shine. Some houses have their basements be their entrance floor, and they do have to compensate for it. Their rooms are really nice and spacious, and obviously I can't show you, but their bathrooms are one of the nicest I've ever seen. Crawford gets an amazing A- for me. No, not the shaving company. It's the Gillette House at Vanderbilt University. They have the best location, closest to the freshman dining hall, and the second closest to the main campus. However, their rooms are a bit strange, in which I've seen some of the smallest and some of the largest rooms in Gillette. I swear, some doubles can fit a third person comfortably, while others, you're crammed in like a pack of sardines. Their basement is also pretty sweet, having 3 practice rooms in the expense of only having 1 seminar room. It's a great dorm overall, B+. Yo, who paid for this bougie ass staircase? Like seriously, this staircase is so cool. But don't let that fool you. Their basement is kinda lacking with 1 practice room. Other than that, the basement in the house is quite nice. Big rooms, decent location, and has a lot of life to it. A+. Or no, A-.
Memorial, we should leave. Memorial, we shall... What's so funny? Memorial, we shall leave a memorial for Memorial. One of the most homey houses? Serious? Memorial, we shall leave a memorial for Memorial. One of the most homey houses I've been to. This place has a ton of personality, and when you walk into this dorm, you can definitely tell that it's Memorial. But that won't cover the fact that this place has no laundry. Wait, did I read that correctly? Huh? Memorial has no laundry? Same with East and North? Wait, hold on. What is this? Why do some dorms look like this, and some look like this? Wait, what?
You heard it right here, folks. Some houses do not have laundry. That's why they'll be going down 1 full letter grade for the final ranking. And it's not only that. Some houses just look way nicer than other houses. Like, there has to be something going on, right? Hold on, let's see here. These houses, they were built in 2006. And these? Huh? 1920? What? Yeah, these houses were built 80 years apart from each other. And it definitely shows. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on to Sutherland. Never eat soggy waffles. North, east, west, no south. The closest thing that we have to south is Sutherland. The Sutherland rooms that I've been to were really nice and spacious, and they were pretty damn clean. So, I'm sorry, there isn't much for me to say about this other than this is a really great house. I must say that the basement doesn't offer as much as other houses, but other than that, it's pretty good. Another A-. I'm very sorry to say this, but I don't have anything for East. I forgot to record it. I was recording this during finals week, and I have asked a lot of people who lived in East, and they got some mixed reviews. There were a lot of heavily negative stuff about it, and none that were absolute glaze. Some people think it's a good contender for one of the worst houses. Me personally, I agree too, along with maybe Memorial. They both don't have laundry, so... And also, this is a personal tidbit, I would see people from East going to West just so that they can play the piano there, because our piano is better than theirs. But that's hypothetical grade D+. North, huh? Globally recognized as one of the 3 houses without laundry. Their basement is actually very nice, having a lot of space and this very cool window section thingy that I really, really like. But these things don't make North North. The biggest thing that makes this house have the best dorm out of all of the other houses, including Hank, is that they have their own individual bathrooms. I find it kind of strange that like North is the only house with individual bathrooms. Clarification, only some rooms have bathrooms, not all of them. Maybe it's to compensate them for not having laundry. I don't know. This house gets a B. Bigger is always better, right? Hank is our biggest freshman dorm, and most people say it's our best dorm out of all commons. I mean, come on. It's Ingram. Of course it has to be good. Anyways, what makes this house famous is its basement. No other basement has a ping pong table, some arcade stuff, huge ass Connect 4, poker table, like they have everything there. The rooms are nice, but not as good as some other rooms. And every time I'm there, there's always somebody vacuuming the floor or cleaning the rooms. This is the cleanest house I've ever seen. Hands down, the best house in my opinion. A+. West. Oh, West. This is the dorm that I lived in. And what I have to say about that is West is worst. The common rooms are nasty. The laundry room is nasty. The kitchen, I don't have any footage of it, but I swear it was nasty. Bathrooms, oh my god, don't get me started on that. My side of the floor had 3 bathrooms. November was the start of the maintenance of the first shower. Guess when it ended? Never! We didn't have a shower for 3/4 of the year. Okay, you know what? Here is the average West showering experience. You walk in, you look at the first shower, and it's broken. The second shower, there isn't a curtain on the inside, but oh well. You walk in, and then you realize there's a hole in the curtain. Who decided to cut a hole in that shower? The last shower has some mold, but other than that, it's completely fine. So you take your shower, but then some freak decided to take a shower at the same time as you. And it turns out the heat is shared. So you just have lukewarm water running the entire time. And it just sucks. It sucks. You know, I'm talking all bad about my house, but is it really their fault? Almost all arguments I've made against West isn't mainly because West itself sucks. It's more like the people that are living there suck. I mean, not really suck, but they have bad living habits. But then again, how do you excuse letting a toilet flush for 2.5 weeks constantly? Huh. If you strip down the factors that are most influenced by the residents, it seems like most of the houses are very similar. Well, other than the houses being separated from old and new. Does this almost completely invalidate the ranking of my dorms? After looking at all the freshman dorms, they all have some unique characteristics. They all have the classic house patriotism and calling their house the best, and also plastering their cringy yet effective chants. But if you strip everything human from it, they aren't so different from each other. What makes the house unique is the people. You know, the messiest people can make any dorm nasty, no matter how much our tuition money gets pumped into it. And sure, Hank may have the most resources out of any other house, but if 300 introverts who love being holed up in their room get placed in Hank, they would be dreaming about the convenience of the North dorms, right? So, to all the curious people who are wondering which house is best or worst, I think you should be more focused on making connections with the people around you. And pray your dorm mates don't clip their nails in the sink! I mean, what the heck is this? What? You wanted a dorm tour that bad? Ah, fine. Since you waited so patiently. Alright, so this is my dorm. Yeah, that light has been doing that that light has been doing that since the beginning of the year. So okay, I don't know where to start. So this is my closet. It has all the nice clothes, has all my shoes and stuff. This is my table and stuff. This is my bed. This is my roommate's side. Yeah, it's kind of empty. More emptier than usual because like we're moving out. Yeah, this is the artwork that we would post on the wall and a lot of the other stuff. This is like my theory stuff. And this is where my where I usually work. I mean, I haven't really gone outside for the last couple of weeks. So I think I should clean this part up, but I don't know. I think the RA got this. I could just move out. Since you waited so patiently. Okay. I'm done.
The Mets won.
Really?
Yeah, they just won.
Yes.